Welcome. I know it's been a while since been able to jump on the YouTube channel on the live, but again, welcome to the Black Four Horsemen podcast or YouTube channel. Um, we had to jump on tonight to talk about one of the goats. I say all the time, he's not my goat, but of course, I grew up in a different era of professional wrestling. But from the years 2002 till at least consistently 2019. John Cena was the GOAT. Um, he, I like to say, he was the bridge between the Attitude Era that I grew up watching and the current modern era that we're into now. Because you look at current superstars like Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes. He passed the torch to those guys. So, like I said, I jumped on tonight. The fellas will be jumping on here in a little bit, but just wanted to kind of get some reflections on what we just saw tonight. We know any of us that are wrestling fans know that legends go out on their back. So I expected John Cena to lose tonight. It was a great match. I mean, it was back and forth. There was opportunities there where I thought Cena was actually going to win. Surprised that he tapped out. Normally with the whole, but that's what Gunther suggested he was going to make him do. I expected Cena to lose, but I expected him to just take a pinfall. So, but I tell people he's on the Mount Rushmore of professional wrestlers. That's four. But my goat will always be the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Even though Cena has more championships than him now, he broke that record this year. Just the era that I grew up in, Ric Flair, what he brought not only to wrestling and to entertainment, but also pop culture and shoot, even black culture. When you look at the way he dressed, the way he moved, his charisma and personality, um, you you can easily see a black man doing the same thing. So that's kind of how I resonated with Ric Flair. But yeah, it's some sad moments and stuff. I thought, to be honest with you, because I'm not ashamed to admit that I cry at sad movies. I get emotional, different things. I thought I would be a little bit more emotional than I was tonight. I mean, it was a great event and a good match, but I'm okay. I didn't tear up. I didn't do anything like that. So looks like we got one of the fellas that have jumped on right now. I'm gonna add him in. Final boss, how's it going, man?
What's going on,
Hey,
man?
thank God. But yeah, man, just kind of reflecting on what we saw tonight. I mentioned before you jumped on that in a lot of people's eyes, John Cena is the GOAT. I wouldn't necessarily put him there at number one. He's definitely in that Mount
Yep.
Rushmore top four. But when you think about it, consistently from 2002 to probably about 2019, I know he wasn't around during COVID, but he came back sparingly afterwards. John Cena was the guy that was holding. He was the brand of WWE. He was the spokesperson, the superstar everybody saw, and then even my kids, who are a lot younger than most. I mean, my oldest is 11. She knows who John Cena is. Um, but yes, a lot of people in their late 20s, early 30s that this is the WWE superstar they know, and I'm sure he's their goat in their eyes. So, but
I,
yeah,
I
but
agree.
yeah, I did say I was surprised that he tapped. I knew he would lose. If you're a wrestling fan, you know the legends tend to go out on their back. So I was expecting him to lose. I just figured he would lose by pinfall as opposed to tapping out. So
I think, man, I don't know. So for me, I think you're right. I think Cena probably is. I'll say this without being controversial. He's probably the closest thing you get to like a Hulk Hogan figure in my eyes. Probably the last person you've seen that's probably been that resonated with the youth and adults, kind of a hybrid mix. You know what I mean? I think you take from the superhero standpoint, Hogan, Cena, and then probably is going to be Roman Reigns. right? I think those are the three lineages that I see. So, you know, I mean, it's what it is. Did it end the way it should have? Absolutely not. I
Yeah.
personally think they should have ended. I wouldn't have ended it on. I think the biggest thing where they botched this is where they ended the match. You know what I'm saying? Not doing it on a mainstream pay-per-view versus doing it at a Saturday night live type cruise. I mean, Saturday night main event, whatever.
Mhm.
I think they probably could have did it better.
Yeah, I think well, I would say this, and we don't know all the behind the scenes stuff, but I think the whole thing what happened with Peacock and Netflix getting all the PLEs. I think this was kind of a favor to Peacock. But cool, we'll let y'all get John Cena's last match because I believe after that they're done with Peacock. There'll be some NXT PLEs on Peacock. That'll be it. Like, I don't think any of the Saturday Night Lives are going back over there after this. So
Man, look, the way it's going, they might be shit, they might be knocking back what they doing in a minute.
trust me, with all the deals going on with these streaming services, yeah, ain't no telling where it's gonna be at now because with Netflix trying to buy HBO and all this kind of stuff, yeah, it's gonna
Man,
be
way WWE run, they might be on PBS. They might be on what's the Tubi.
Tubi. Yeah,
That's what it look like
they
it
got
is.
a show on Tubi. Why you tripping? Evolve was
Oh, for
almost
real?
I always conflict them. They're like the single A. If you think of the baseball terms, if NXT is triple A, Evolve
Mm-hmm.
is like single A. But yeah,
Okay.
that's on Tubi now. So hey, it's maybe closer than you think.
Yeah. Now, I mean, like what I guess for me, I wasn't favorable of Gunther per se. You know what I'm saying? I think you let Gunther do Goldberg, which was cool. I think you could have given this opportunity to somebody else. And I'm a LA Knight fan. Shout out to LA Knight. I'm rooting for you, brother. But even at LA Knight, you could have put somebody else in a position to not because what I hate to see happen is Gunther decides to leave WWE in 2 years, and it's like, oh, we wasted all these dethrones on somebody we thought was going to be a future, and clearly he's not you know what I'm saying? I mean, he's the future, but is he over with the fans like that? He's not. You know what I'm
Yeah, I can
saying?
see
I
that.
mean, Gunther's extremely boring, and let's just be honest. You could have named 5 other people that you would have saw being in position versus Gunther. You know what I'm saying? So I think it wasn't so much about my issue was it wasn't so much about John Cena and the way he gave and tapped. It was the person that he did it and where he did it. To me, they should have made it a bigger spectacle. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. I know a lot of people. If you look on Twitter right now, they going crazy. A lot of people just all they thought that The Rock was going to come back. Right? We thought we were going to see The Rock, and we thought we were going to see this crazy ending. And I think that's more so what people wanted, you know what I'm saying, to get that crazy ending versus what we got. And you didn't get it. And I think that's why the people disappointed.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I definitely understand that. I will say this about Gunther. Whether he probably will be. I think he is kind of a lifer when it comes to WWE.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious how they book him on Monday. Monday Night Raw, he needs to start the show because I guarantee he's going to be booed out the building. And if you're trying to make him the number one heel in the company, I mean, you do it by beating John Cena. So if they just got to continue that way because he needs to be a dominant heel, destroying everybody until you can get somebody else like that superhero that you're talking about to kind
Mm-hmm.
of finally put him down. So maybe that's the direction they're going.
Yeah. And you got to do it for a while. Like you can't flip flop. Gunther got to run this out for a minute. You know what I'm saying? He's got to be the quote unquote dirtiest player in the game. You know what I
Right.
mean? He's got to be brutal and he's got to be okay with being a boring heel. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like, if that's what he on, that's what he on. And I'm cool with it. I think he needs some help.
Yeah. I got to post this. I saw this picture right before I jumped on. Let me see if I can find it again. So, and I think I saw them. So this is the guy that beat John Cena. So of course he's transformed to where he is now. But that's what when he first
That's
started wrestling, he looked like this.
crazy work.
Gray hair.
That's crazy work.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I mean,
man,
hey
Gunther's
kids,
come a long way, as they say.
you can be whatever you want to be. Remember that, right? Look at the
Right.
picture at the top. And look at the picture at the bottom. You can be whoever you want to be.
Right. There's no limits to where you can go.
There's
So
no limits, right? What's Cena
That
quote?
was funny.
Never give up. Clearly.
Never give up. Yeah, yeah.
So
I think
nah, man, I think it was all right. So the issue is outside of the match for Cena. What else did you like? Not like what you see?
yeah. So, and again, I wanted to jump on and actually stream. Well, go on during the match, but run around doing different things. And by the time John Cena was introduced, I was still trying to set up, so I didn't bother. I didn't want to jump on in the middle of it. But this show also featured NXT stars, future stars. The only one that actually got a win, period, I think, was Sol Ruka over Bailey. But it opened with Obafemi versus Cody Rhodes. I will say this: the way they presented Obafemi, I can see him being a big deal once he comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we always have our own creative ideas. They need, and I bet Triple A probably hadn't even seen it. But if I was Obafemi, I would have told Triple H, hey, watch the movie Black Panther. When the guy, because he reminds me of the tribe that was coming out from
Yeah,
the mountain and stuff with the fur. He needs to come out with
Q
his thing like
dogs.
that. Yeah, no, so yeah, with the barking or growling, whatever they were
Uh-huh.
doing, coming out of that thing. But the way they pulled it off, it was straight. And yeah,
It's
the
crazy
match.
because I think some of the Disney writers came over, the Marvel writers came over to WWE, if I'm not for certain.
Oh,
And
okay,
I think that was a while ago, and it was at one point in time you could almost feel it. I don't know if they're still there now, but I know at one point they did bring Marvel writers over to
yeah,
WWE. But yeah, I think that's a good point. You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. You tell me, dog. Like, I think my level of expectation, I don't watch wrestling as much as I used to. I still watch it, not as much though. I
mm-hmm.
think my level of expectation is tapered down tremendously. And you know how you kind of keep wanting something to change, and it's kind of like, bro, this is just really what it is. I just don't think we're gonna get what we thought we were gonna get. And I think one of our boys said in the group me, like, you miss Vince McMahon. As much as we thought Vince was bad, like, this is probably worse.
Yeah. Well, it's more of a thing. We always felt like Vince was out of touch with the current times and culture maybe. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just one of the things where Triple H is still, even though he's been in that seat for a minute, he's still learning. And as more youth comes in, because that's what NXT is. If you ask anybody, NXT is the blackest show that WWE got. If they come in with those new ideas and new pitches, you can start seeing things change. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so yeah, it's one of the things where it's gonna take a little time, but I think we're gonna get there. It's Triple H has, and then one thing he needs to do is, similar to Vince, Triple H has basically all his friends as writers, like Road Dogg, Shawn Michaels, all of them. So it's kind of the same ideas pointing out because they're all buddies and all together. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, hey, it is what it is, dog. I guess I like the Jay Cargill spin though. I think that's good shit. I think they're doing good on that one.
so you said Jay Cargill?
Yeah, I like the way they're running Jay.
Oh yeah, I mean she needs to be a heel. She should have been a heel when
Yeah,
she first debuted, but that's yeah. I know they were trying some different things, but
I think
I
she's in
yeah,
that element right now. I think
yeah,
she is kind of like must see TV. You know what I mean? Besides for having a phenomenal physique and
mhm.
being a great wrestler, she's probably the closest thing to must see TV. Now the question is Bianca Belair going to come back in time to win the Royal Rumble so she faces her at WrestleMania?
That's what I think is gonna happen. If depending on her injuries and how long it's gonna take, her, she's been out for a minute.
What is
Uh,
she? What else she injured?
she broke her finger. So basically, back in WrestleMania match, she had the triple threat with Rhea and Io Sky, and they said Rhea Ripley flipped and fell on her finger like this, and it kind of like broke her middle finger. So yeah, she had like, it looked like she had a ring on her finger, but it was inside her skin. That's how swollen her knuckle was. So and it just, I think she came into some issues with that being healing properly. And I think that's where we are now. But speaking of
Mm,
Jay, and I'm trying to see if I don't know if, yeah, this is out there. So you saw SmackDown, and side note, SmackDown is rumored to be going back to 3 hours in January.
okay.
And she had posted something about y'all see more of her thongs. I don't know if you saw SmackDown, but there was a shot where Jay pants kind of came down and you saw the thong that she had on. So She was joking about
I
it.
see. Where is
Yeah,
that at?
look, I just found it because I was googling as I was talking. Bam. So, so
Okay.
yeah, so you know, any little thing like that, the internet runs with. So I think she posted something on Twitter. So well, 3 hours was like, y'all get to see my thong more now. 'Cause be on TV
Okay.
long.
All right.
She's she's dominating right now. So
And they just gotta let her cook, right?
yeah, yeah.
So the thing about it is, if it's me, I don't take Jade off. She don't drop that belt off for at least a year. Like
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah, trust me. I felt the same way. Any dominant person like that, I wanted them to do it with Nia Jax when she first got it. She needs to hold that title for like a year and just dominate everybody.
mm-hmm.
That's when you will bring somebody like whether Bianca comes in and goes straight for her, even if Bianca comes back, you can still have her do other things. Let Jay dominate and then come, let's say WrestleMania. Well, WrestleMania is only like 4 or 5 months later. Maybe WrestleMania next year. Bianca comes in and takes the title off of her after Jay's run headed for so long. So
Yeah,
that's
you don't want to. The Bianca Jade thing is one of those things where you don't want to wait too late, but you need to let it cook. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if Bianca comes back, I wouldn't put her against Jade at WrestleMania
mhm.
because it's too risky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
too risky. But now I think the other thing that's disappointing about the WWE and John Cena, man, the heel turn was so good that they didn't let that ride for a while, right? I really thought the heel tilt, I thought that was really good. And then it was like, man, with the Rock situation, it's like that shit went nowhere. And I think that's why people are more disappointed. It's like
Yeah,
we did all
that
this to go nowhere.
yeah. The issue is, and I've heard other people say this online, the heel turn, that moment with him kicking Cody Rhodes, that was great. That was the high. The
Mm-hmm.
heel run was, suspect. It didn't go like we wanted it to go. And because we didn't get a follow-up on what The Rock was what we doing, what Travis Scott was what we doing, so it kinda just fell off for different reasons. I even heard Travis Scott just no showed a couple shows, so they were like, "Man, we can't rely on this nigga," so that's why he got dropped. Yeah, and then of course, I think The Rock honestly, I don't think when The Rock did his whole little throat track, I don't think he had a plan. He was just doing stuff. So then because you didn't have a plan, there was no way to follow up on it. So,
Mm.
so I
And
think
you
that
know what? That seems very real because, like I said, it seems like they don't know what the hell they're doing. They're just shooting from the hip. You know what I mean? So
mhm,
that's very well. I could very well see that. So now that makes sense. Nah,
yeah.
man. I don't know, bro. I think WWE got some big. You know, you got some big shoes to fill with Cena for sure. And dog, crazy as it sounds, Roman Reigns ain't too far from retirement either. Like it ain't. I don't think Roman just gonna be around too much longer.
Yeah, Roman's gonna be he's one of the ones that he'll be in and out, almost similar to how Brock Lesnar was.
Mm-hmm.
He'll go out and do a movie and come back in. Because there's AJ Styles may be retiring next year because he talks about he doesn't want to wrestle past 50. Brock Lesnar has been rumored to be hanging it up soon too. So yeah, the NXT roster is going to be the ones that's going to be carrying this torch for the next 10, 15 years.
So
And actually, go ahead.
it's kind of like the the NBA. How you see that wave of class transition.
Mhm.
I think we're about to see the biggest class of transition. The problem is this transition of superstars behind it is like, who is it? You know what I mean? Because boom, get rid of Cena, you get rid of Brock, you get rid of AJ, you get rid of Roman, right?
Mhm.
Shit. Seth can't be all the injuries he got, he can't be too far behind the
Right,
situation.
yeah,
Because
Seth gotta stay healthy, so
and that's the thing, Seth give me like health, like gotta retire vibes, right? So you got what? You got Gunther and you got who else?
well, if you go down to the roster now, even though Cody I mean, the closest person to Cena right now when it comes to, like, carrying the company is Cody Rhodes right now. So you
Mhm.
got Cody. See, now CM Punk is on probably ain't got but maybe a couple more years in him,
You think
but
he got that many?
as long as he as long as he's the champion, I think they're gonna keep around for a while. But go back to what we started. We was talking about the other matches on the show. People like Obafemi from NXT,
Yeah.
Javon Evans. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised Trick Williams didn't get a match.
I was
on
just
this
about to say,
card.
I'm surprised. They've been
So
milking Trick for a minute. Like
yeah,
it's
because again, if you're not going to use him on NXT, you might well go ahead and bring him up because he hadn't been on NXT TV in a while either.
yeah.
So I don't know.
Now, have you heard supposedly there's Trick in the suit?
I didn't hear that one. I heard about Ricky Saints possibly being one of, but I also think it's more than one person. If this is a debut of a stable of people, maybe like 3 or 4 people, I think that'll be dope, and they all unveil themselves at the same time, or I think it's something like that. But knowing WWE, it could be one of them things where the person that actually scaled the cage and did the move is somebody totally different. When they get ready to reveal it, it'd be somebody that's not even the same shape and size as the dude that did it. So that's what I'm kind of worried about that I fear may happen. But
Yeah, I mean, I think the stable thing is great, but that's too good for TV. The WWE writers ain't thinking like that, right?
right,
Because in the end of the day, I think the stable thing would be great if Seth Rollins is part of that stable situation. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I don't think that's him. So I mean, I don't think that's they going that deep. But you never know. I don't think it's Seth Rollins either.
no, it's definitely not Seth. Because I think regardless of him faking the injury last time, I think he's even if he was faking that was a injury and messed up his shoulder and stuff, he's not gonna be able to climb over the cage like that and do some of the moves that guy's doing. So
Man, so I gotta ask: is my boy LA Knight never getting a championship, bro? Like, is he
I
gonna
would say
raise
that
it?
when he in the tournament, I was actually I was expecting him. Well, I knew he probably wouldn't win. I was rooting for him.
Mm.
I, I don't know what it is. I don't know if Triple H just doesn't like him or what, but that yeah, I
Or I
don't
was
know.
like, maybe they really plan on taking that. You know how Lex Luger, when he first got that WWE championship, WWF championship, how they took him on that long journey run to get there, and then he finally got it, and he got it, and he didn't lose. So I'm like, maybe this is what they're doing. They're like, let's just keep building him up and building him up, and maybe fans will get so pissed off and mad that when he does get it, it's gonna be that much sweeter, right? That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, do I see this happening at WrestleMania? I don't.
Yeah. Well,
I think he's got some.
again,
I think he got some good. I think he got some good heat behind him right now. I do
yeah,
think he's got some good heat.
yeah. I mean, it could definitely happen. Because you got to think now. See, I will say this: the year 2025 was all focused on John Cena and his whole retirement.
Right.
Now that he's gone, I think literally to Monday night starts the new era. And they can focus on WrestleMania in 2026 and the rest of the calendar year. So it's going to be interesting to see. I do expect we keep mentioning these NXT people. I do expect a lot of those people to get called up, especially the ones that were on tonight. Ofemi, Sol Ruka, Javon Evans. Now the thing with Leon Slater, who's his tag team partner, he's actually still under contract with TNA. TNA has a relationship with NXT. I don't know how that's going to work when it comes to the main roster if Javon Evans gets called up. Does Leon Slater come too? So I don't know how that works. But yeah, that's the future. Although guys, Trick Williams will be there. What I kind of want to do with Trick when Carmelo Hayes was feuding with the Miz is that for Trick to come out and help Carmelo beat the Miz. Now, they were together in NXT. I know they had their feud and they fallen out and went their separate ways, but you can just recreate that team with them two. When he does come up, I will expect him to be on SmackDown. I mean, his now fiance is on SmackDown now, Last Legend. So now that she got called up, I'm sure Trick is not too far behind. So
yeah, I think it's I think everybody's waiting on Trick for sure. The question is too, as usual, the other problem is WWE will bring a superstar up, change their name, and bury them. You look at some of the people that were dominant NXT and then got to WWE and it just didn't pop. So
yeah,
because it's like different levels of control. You know what I mean? Now, if they let them migrate over who they are as they are, and then go to WWE, I think it's different. But if TKO is more or Triple H on the creative side, does the same thing they're doing now, it's just going to be another waste of good talent that they're going to groom to go over to AEW.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see. Yeah, it's
Now,
good.
man, it's cool jumping on with you for a minute, my dog.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Real quick before we go, because we started out going over the other matches, we might well finish up. So, with Obafemi and Cody Rhodes, I knew that they didn't want any one of them to take a clean loss. So, as soon as I think Michael Cole mentioned Drew McIntyre and his issues with Cody, I figured Drew was going to interfere. But Oba looks strong. I expect big things from him going forward. Cody Rhodes did get busted open. I'm sure that was an accident, but we'll see if there's any fallout over that. I think the next match, yeah.
I mean, I think that was a good spin. I ain't mad at it. Showcase some
Right.
new talent.
Mhm.
And I think they did it. It's funny how they started that, ending with the old, starting with the new. If you look at it, like, because I'm
Yeah.
sure most people probably tuned in who was seeing the fans watching it, and maybe they got a chance to see them in a situation where they probably never seen him before. Like, who is this kid? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's still a lot of fans that are like that only watch Raw and SmackDown. They don't watch NXT, so maybe they didn't know who these people were. Bailey and Sol Ruka. Sol Ruka is a top tier athlete, and to see her
Yes.
some of the moves she performed tonight against Bailey, I knew if any NXT superstar was going to get a win tonight, it would be her. So they allowed her to beat Bailey. We had to see the Snow Snatcher on network TV for that her finishing move because she does that in NXT. But if you hadn't seen it before, it's definitely a great finish.
Did you see the way she hit that backflip over the rope?
Oh yeah. So that's why I talk about for athletes and
dog. She was this close to hitting her damn neck on that damn. She executed phenomenally. I'm sorry, she did it great, like real athlete. But yeah, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, it was close. It was close.
Yeah, it was a good match though. She did her thing.
And for the record, for those that don't know, Sol Ruka is black. Her dad is black, so we gonna take her. She's one of us. So and then you had the tag match, which and I knew because I'm looking at the time this whole time. The first couple matches went by pretty quick, so I'm like, man, this Saturday night, maybe it's gonna be over in like 2 hours. But then you had the tag match last a little longer. You had this thing with R-Truth and the Miz to come out, and then Cena and Gunther had a good probably 30-minute match. I
Yeah.
wasn't looking at it closely after that, but we saw Javon Evans and Leon Slater versus the World Tag Team Champions AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. I just gonna put that AJ and Lee together. So there was a great time for them to showcase their talent. Javon Evans, his intro says he's bouncy, and he's definitely bouncy. He's going to be that high flyer that the fans are going to love. The flippy wrestling that some people call it, but he's going to be that guy. But the tag team titles retained. I expect. I don't know if you watched Raw last week. The Usos are kind of back together now. I think they pulled Jay
I saw
from
that.
the world title. Yeah. So with the Usos back in the tag team picture, I can see a tag team going on where the Usos may end up getting those tag titles.
Man, it's just crazy. You think Gunther beat Goldberg and John Cena, and then he loses to Wilson.
To Jay Uso.
Yeah.
Hey, it's funny how things changes. Yeah.
But nah, man. Yeah, I saw that. So no, I saw the Usos back together. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
when is Roman coming back?
Well, that we see, he was around doing War Games, and now he's gone. I'm not sure because I would think, you know what? It's probably sooner than you think. January 6th, I believe, is the 1 year anniversary of them being on Netflix. I can see him coming back for that show. So the first Monday Night Raw in January is probably Roman, and then he may, depending on if he's going to be in the Rumble or not, because I think the Royal Rumble is the end of that month. I think January 28th, 29th.
Yeah, because it's in Saudi, right?
Yeah, the 29th.
Yeah. So you know what? They got to pull out the big guns because you got Royal Rumble Saudi this year, WrestleMania next year in Saudi. So they got to pull out the big guns. So I think you're right. We'll get a good January through April run of Roman. Probably a little bit less depending if he wins the Rumble. Probably see him a little bit less in February, then turn it up real tough in March. I don't know. They might just ride it on out from January.
Yeah, see, the plan is because they've been teasing him and Cody again. So does Roman enter into the Rumble and win the Royal Rumble to get that title shot, or they give it to somebody else? So yeah, I expect Roman to be around once the new calendar year comes around, January up until Mania. I can see him being around for a minute. So
now I've heard The Rock versus Roman is supposed to happen this year, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt that too. I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If it don't happen next year, it's probably never happening. Just gonna be honest.
So, a side note, Roman is nominated, not Roman, but The Rock is nominated for a Golden Globe, like the act or whatever Oscar, whatever you call it, for his role in Smash Machine. So if he wins like Best Actor, I guarantee you he will be back because the WWE would use that as a way to, oh, this is one of our own, getting this award. He'll be around, probably showing off the trophy or whatever they get. So it kind of, I think a lot of his involvement in the WWE is going to revolve on if he wins Best Actor or not. So,
I mean, hey, wishful thinking. If you're listening again, LA Knight, I'm pulling for you to win the Rumble, bro. Because I don't know, I just want to see LA Knight win.
This is the time where he can do it because you look at the two current champions, Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. They're not unbeatable, so you can pick anybody in the Rumble that can possibly take the title off of them. So,
and it's one of those things again where, like I said, how long does CM Punk have to really like kind of hang around as he kind of riding it out? You know what I mean, from an injury standpoint. So, or does Gunther win the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, I can see that too. Because again, if you want to ride that heel, that dominant monster heel, then make him a champion, you get even more heat on him. I can see that too.
So Gunther versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Does that the question? Man, see, the thing about it is, dog, with Vegas, you got to have a draw, and I don't know what that draw looks like. I don't know who that is, or because I think next year when they go to Saudi Arabia for WrestleMania, I think they got to they go pull out every big card they got. So you may get Roman versus Rock next year. I don't know. It's so weird now.
Yeah, I mean, granted, with those ticket prices, they're gonna have to pull out something to get people even buy tickets to go to the show.
You talking about for Vegas?
In Vegas, yeah.
Yeah. Are they selling? Do you know if they selling good or not? Have you looked?
I don't know about it. I know just from what I've heard. Everybody in there just talks about how high they are, but I haven't seen a real number yet. So as far as what the ticket costs are, so
yeah. I don't know, my dog. It's gonna be I guess it's why we watch.
Yeah. That's why
we used to watch it because it was good. Now we watch it to see how much bad can they fuck it up. That's what we watch it for.
Yeah.
So
I can see that.
But nah, man, this was cool, bro. I just wanted to jump on and say what's up. I ain't been on in a couple months, so
okay.
I guess I go on my Roman Reigns hiatus.
Yeah, man, we can close out because it's just me and you, so we'll close it out. So again, appreciate anybody jump on, whether you jump on the live or you see us later on YouTube. But subscribe to the YouTube channel, click on the notification, share it with a friend. Let's get these numbers up, and appreciate for all those out here that's supporting us. We are out.
Peace out.